guaranteed. So may process siya. It is for this reason na napakahalaga ng pagpili nyo ng program, ng school, ng city, and province kung saan kayo pupunta. Dahil itong mga factors na ito, meron siyang direct and indirect effect doon sa inyong PR application. This is something that an education agent will not be able to help you with. An education agent, again, will be able to connect with you with the school, but they are not in the position to guide you with your immigration plan. Again, it is not required to hire the services of an immigration lawyer or consultant. Kung sa palagay nyo, kaya nyo siyang gawin mag-isa, by all means, visit www.canada.ca. All the information.
Thank you very much, Sir Apple. Magandang umaga po sa lahat and happy weekend. And I'll turn off my video later na lang kasi nga internet at Filipinas medyo kind of sucks, you know. So anyway, always happy to be working with Gateway to Canada, and I appreciate everyone to be joining us on this weekend. I think this is a good way to relax, unwind, and listen. Take down some notes if you've got questions about studying in Canada. At the same time, of course, I will never ever lose a chance to thank Gateway to Canada. To be honest with you, Gateway to Canada, guys, is one of our best partners, if not the best. I think they're the best. They really helped us a lot in growing the school from day one. And also the page we have for CNC, if you can see it, they are the one to organize it. That's why we are successful. And without them, we wouldn't be this big, and not more Filipinos will be going to Prince George. So without further ado, let me begin and share my screen. Give me a quick second. Okay, there you go. I hope everyone can see my screen now, and let me quickly begin. Sana hindi mahangin yung audio phone, no? Okay. All right. So I'll be discussing mainly, I'll try to be quick and focused, and maybe some questions, or focus on the question and answer, and just focus on the things that maybe you want to hear specifically, right? Kasi ang susi po talaga for you to appreciate studying in Canada is to be able to get assessed. Yun po talaga muna. Dapat po ma-assess kayo to know what works for your experience. All right, again, my name is Angelo, and I am the country manager or recruitment manager for the Philippines for CNC or College of New Caledonia. In short, kung ikaw ay Pilipino, nasa ang panig ka man ng mundo, pag mag-e-enroll ka sa school namin, dadaan ka of course sa Gateway to Canada. Ako pa rin po ang magre-review ng inyong papeles. So huwag na kayo magtangkang dumiretso sa Canada. All right, so question. Are you the type of applicant who's budget conscious, looking for a high salary destination? Are you the applicant kung wala ka pang specific preference of destination, meaning nag-iisip ka how to start, where to begin? Or are you the type of applicant kung ang end goal mo is to bring your family to Canada and start a new life, talagang migration? If that is the case, CNC in Prince George, British Columbia is for you. CNC is the best school to jumpstart your journey to Canada. It is low risk and high return.
We are empowering. We are the stepping stone and a leg up to something greater. We offer an essential foundation of skills and knowledge, always striving to be relevant in a changing workforce. We welcome and shape learners of all kinds. Access and support come naturally. We are connective. We are the bridge, the branches that extend between graduates and employers. We intersect ideas and action, bringing practical application to the concepts we teach. We are grounded. We remain deeply rooted in our region. We build relationships on a one-to-one basis and take community needs to heart. We listen to those around us and respond in a proactive way. Our sense of place gives us perspective. We are dynamic. We shift and evolve as the world changes around us. We adapt our modes of delivery, introducing new ways to learn and connect. We are a force for change, providing direction and impact from the individual to the community and beyond. We are CNC.
We are CNC, and we are the best low-cost, high-return study destination in Canada. As of this year as well, we are considered, or I would say we are one of the fastest growing study destination in Canada for Filipino and their family. So there you go. These are some pictures of our students currently in and going to Canada. Carla Dizon is a student of Sir Apple, by the way. So marami akong student po ng CNC na galing sa Gateway. So trust me, you are in good hands. If you wish to study in our school, this is the best place to start. Our school is located in Prince George, as mentioned. And for your idea where Prince George is, this is a map of British Columbia. Everyone knows what BC is. It's the second province with the highest minimum wage in the whole Canada. So mataas ang sweldo. And with BC, you all know Vancouver is. So imagine this. If the whole British Columbia is the Philippines, Vancouver would be Metro Manila. Prince George can be described as like the Baguio city of BC, right? So may ekonomiya siya. Yes, it is a province. They call it a small town, but I don't think it's really that small. But yeah, may ekonomiya kahit probinsya. All right, weather in Prince George is very, very good. Right now, we have students there saying parang Tagaytay lang daw. So it's not at that cold. It's sunny cool. It's a perfect description of the weather there. 1900 hours of sunshine every year. Leisure, marami pong pwedeng gawin sa Prince George. So whatever you want to see from an urban city, maybe malls, Starbucks, Timmy's, you can find it in Prince George, but at the same time, there's a perfect combination of nature at the same time. So urban and nature in one. Now, are there Filipinos in Prince George as of the moment? The quick answer to that is yes, and it is a growing number. You can see at the chart on your screens right now, one of the fastest growing minorities would be Filipinos. 60%, I would say an estimate would be CNC students. The remaining 40% would be Filipinos coming from different provinces who have decided to relocate to PG. Now you were thinking they're already in Canada. Why go to Prince George of all places? One reason would be low cost. I will be emphasizing this a lot. This is a good thing about Prince George. Everything is low. So that's why it's a good place to jumpstart your plans to Canada. Ang goal nyo po, makarating muna ng Canada, take it from there, then have a good life. If you want a low risk to do that, start with Prince George at CNC. Low cost, high salary. Ang sweldo po namin, same as Vancouver. British Columbia, I think it's 15.4 something right now. And pare-pareho po ng sweldo ng lahat ng provinces doon. But with Prince George, you're having a lower cost of living. So you can see in your screen right now, Prince George, if you'll be buying your own house, it's 50-60% lower compared to major cities. That's why I'm saying it's the best place to jumpstart your journey. You can buy your own house eventually, faster compared to other destinations. Then you can bring your families, have your migration process through Gateway to Canada. And with PG, it's the third best place to live in British Columbia right now. Again, due to the low prices and regular cost of living. Para na ako sirang plaka, no? Low cost, but yeah, take note of that. What kinds of jobs are available in Prince George right now? We have everything that you can think of. Business, HR, IT, engineering, health sciences, or nursing. We have that for you. This slide only shows you what industries are top right now in Prince George. So we have industries in forestry, healthcare and medical sciences, and lastly, tourism. But again, whatever background you have, we have the job for you. And add to that, given CNC has limited seating capacity, once you get to enroll at our school, there is a big chance that you will be given opportunities not only by the school, but within the community. Kasi less competition po. So hindi kayo mahihirapan. Right? Now, ito, screenshot ko to. Alam ko, this guy is, I think, the OWP of Sir Apple student, right? So some of you thinking, how do I go around Prince George? Number one, free bus for students, right? I should have covered the name. Anyway, she doesn't mind. So, but if ever, for most students, to be honest with you, I would say 40% of our students, not most 40, 50%, they would buy their own cars within a year. And that's why I posted this guy. All right, your friendly Filipino guy in Prince George, an OWP of a student at CNC. All right. Correct me if I'm mistaken, Sir Apola. So yeah, they just buy their own cars. Why can they buy their own cars again? Because they can save a lot based on their salary. That is how good living in Prince George is. So you got free bus, you can buy your own car. It's up to you. In a nutshell, in Prince George, you earn more and you save more. So I leave you with a thought to ponder. In Prince George, you are earning the salary of Metro Manila. This is a comparison. But the cost of living is like you are in low cost region. Low cost, high return, that is Prince George for you.
Prince George is a wonderful place to raise a family. Absolutely.
Prince George is everything that you'd want in a city.
Prince George is home. It's more of a home to me than I've had in the place I grew up in. When I first came out here in 2002, everybody where I worked was like, what are you doing for Thanksgiving? You got somewhere to go? You're coming to my place. I must have had 6 invitations. Everybody takes care of everyone here, and I find that to be an original trait. For the places that I've lived in, I haven't found this anywhere else. There is something about Prince George that has always amazed me, and I don't know how these people do it time and time again. And they keep supporting, and so they're constantly supporting the community they live in because they believe in it too.
It's been amazing. You know, like we moved a 16-year-old girl halfway through high school, and it's probably not the easiest thing to do when you're coming from a greater metropolitan area into a smaller city. But it's been great, and once again, the people and her friends here are as close as the friends she's ever had. I think the biggest thing has been the big sky sunsets and just how much sunshine. You know, any place where you have to wear sunglasses 12 months a year is a great place to live. You know, the biggest advantage or change for me in my business life is the commute time from home to my office. You know, I live quite rural by Prince George standards, but ultimately I'm 15 minutes door to door between my home and my office. And that used to be an hour-and-a-half commute. So the reality is, you know, sometimes it's taking care of the property, it's going to my daughter's volleyball games, you know, lots of different things that I would have probably missed had I been in the city.
I love the fact that commute times are a lot less than in major cities. The fact that I can leave my house at 8:15 and be at work at 8:22 is great. So that's a great thing, and allows me a lot more free time to be outside and be active and play hockey, or go, once golf season comes, go golfing and do all sorts of stuff like that. And the best part about living in Prince George is lots of outdoor activities. The fact that there's no rain, or hardly any rain, and I like the snow as well. And there is tons of sun. PG has most of the amenities that a major city will have, which is great. Spending most of my life in major cities, I like to have the ability to go out for a nice meal every once in a while and go to a mall and get all the things that I need.
I love Prince George. I never thought I would be what people would call a small town girl, but Prince George is not small, first off. And there's so many activities that you can do that you cannot do in the big city. You cannot drive 20 minutes and go snowboarding. You can't go around the corner and go fishing. So I originally wanted to go to medical school. I applied to multiple places, including Simon Fraser University, University of Toronto, University of Western Ontario. I chose the UNBC because it is extremely well known in the science division. Going through your university education, you're not rich, you're not driving a nice sports car, you're not rocking the Gucci bags. So you do consider the price of the school. Prince George is a great opportunity for young adults to start their lives.
Prince George is an amazing place to raise a family, an amazing place to visit, certainly to work.
Prince George is active.
Prince George is home.
Prince George is home, and where do we begin? By studying at CNC. CNC, we're a public school. We've been in PG for 50 years now, 5-0. Given we're a public school, all our courses are PGWP. Our intakes are every January, May, and September. Mind you, our definition of season is not updated. I know January is winter, but we also call it spring. For May, intersession, September is fall. So we only have 3 intakes per year, and we still are open for January program, but we can accept as early as now for May and September as well. Our tuition fee is affordable by up to 40%, as low as 9,000 Canadian per year, depending on your program. But I can assure you we are affordable by up to 40%. All our programs are no IELTS as of the moment. I wasn't able to put here, but we do charge application fee of 125 Canadian dollars. We cannot waive that because again, our cost is already very, very low. Our tuition deposit, it would vary. You can see in your screen, it's either 6,500 or 10,000 Canadian dollars. The next payments will be either per sem or per year, depending on your deposit. Process, I'll just skip this one. I'll leave the process specifically to Sir Apple and his team. So basically, they have their own process as well to make sure everything is convenient for you. So just get assessed, right? Skip, 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 skip. This is just some of the fees. But again, you don't worry too much about this because basically you'll be paying your tuition deposit. That's it. And you can fly to Canada. Let's focus on the courses and programs, all right? If you're looking for the specific courses, I'm not encouraging you to check our website directly if you can't browse it clearly, because you may be confused. Our website does not cater specifically to international students, but also to local or domestic applicants. So if you want to know the full list of programs that we offer for Filipinos, get a hold of Gateway to Canada so they can check out what programs they can offer you. Now let's proceed to the specific programs. We have programs under business and management. As you can see, all of these are no IELTS as well with 2 years duration. We have programs under accounting, business management diploma with 5 specializations. And our top 2 sellers would be the post-diploma in human resource management and post-diploma in tourism and hotel management. These last 2 courses are best sellers because they cost 10,000 per year below. All right, most affordable would be tourism. It's 9,000 per year. Human resource, it's very, very high demand. It's a growing course, like a lot of Filipinos there, 90% Filipinos studying there, so do check it out. We also have a program under health sciences and human services. Okay, dental assisting certificate. As of the moment, by the way, guys, healthcare assistant certificate is not offered. It's closed until further notice. It shows how good our program is. The governing body of Prince George has asked us not to offer it to international students for the meantime. So we are waiting for further notice when it will open. But you have other options. Practical nurse, social service worker diploma, so check it out. We also have programs under tech and trades. Personally, I would encourage anyone here to do check out our trades program, right? I know in the Philippines, when we talk about pagiging mekaniko, you know, something like that, it's not as glorious as people think. But mind you, if you check out these programs, the course is a bit more expensive because, of course, you have this laboratory, you know, some materials that are quite expensive, actual cars that you'll be working on. But when you get to graduate, trust me, the pay is very, very good. So I'm hoping I can get my first few Filipinos under the trades program. So please check it out. We also have programs under the university credit courses and programs, all right? Top seller here would be kinesiology for physical therapists. There you go. And we also have a standalone web and graphic design diploma because we have another web and graphic design, but under the business section. All right, campus facilities, do check it out. We have, this is not Kai Soto, don't worry, this is just a normal guy playing basketball with some of his international friends. All right, so services available at CNC. Anything that you're looking for at a school, we have it, all right? So don't worry too much about it. We have cinemas, college stores, the International Education Department, Kodiak's restaurant. It's the first student-operated restaurant in the whole Prince George, and it's owned by CNC. We have a slide. I'm not sure if it's already installed. Some of my students are saying it's not yet there. I think they're fixing it, so. But yeah, you watch it out. And of course, this is the campus. Okay, quite big. How big is the campus? Check out my YouTube account, not my channel because I'm not a vlogger. I'm just compiling videos for you. There is a virtual tour for CNC at my YouTube account, so check it out. All right, just browse through it. You can find the virtual tour for CNC. The campus is so big. that if you're trying to lose weight, go run for 2 laps. You're gonna lose 20 pounds. That's how big the campus is. But of course, I'm exaggerating, right? So fun. All right. Accommodation in Prince George, it's very, very cheap to stay in PG. Can't emphasize low cost enough. This is an actual picture of one of our students in PG right now. I know it's messy, so as you can see, a guy is staying there. But yeah, the place is very good. It's located in the basement. It's one of the options. The price starts at 350 Canadian dollars. That's the most affordable we have currently at PG for a single applicant, but I believe at least 2 person can stay here. But for a family of 3, at least 500 Canadians, you can find an accommodation off campus. Admittedly, off campus is much more affordable versus on campus, but should you wish to check out our on campus accommodation, you need to reserve at least 3 or 6 months before. It's always full, right? Just send me an email. There you go. It's not hard to find on off-campus accommodations because mainly, number one, if you check listings online, all accommodations do cater to CNC students at Prince George. That's number one. Number two, we have an accommodations team at CNC. Number three, we already have built a very, very good Filipino community, not only in Prince George, but also here in the Philippines, that once you get to apply at CNC, we have a Facebook group that is managed as well by Gateway to Canada. So we have a group there. Everyone's giving suggestions, endorsing contacts at Prince George. So it will be very, very easy. All right, just a quick run through, quick comparative analysis. Again, this is just only to emphasize how affordable or low cost CNC is. All right, congratulations to our recent graduates. Cost of living, I'll skip this one. I mentioned about this, how affordable BC is. So yeah, if you choose to stay at Prince George, you're earning second to the highest minimum wage in all Canada. Are there jobs in Prince George? How was it? How's the unemployment rate with the pandemic? Quick answer with this chart here, as you can see, BC as a whole, okay, the unemployment rate is very low. So there are still a lot of people getting jobs. You won't have to worry about it, okay? And this is one of the chats from our Facebook group. Someone randomly asking, are there jobs, part-time jobs in CNC, how hard it is to find jobs at Prince George, sorry. And these are some responses of our students there, right? It's not really hard, it's told you. Okay, student services, we have everything that you need. Mainly, I would like to highlight our student union. Basically, they look out for your rights from getting your classes, transition from student visa to PGWP, so surveys all worth it. And of course, I already ran out of jacket, but the good thing about if you hire Gateway to Canada as your agent, okay, if I don't have a jacket for now, you get a jacket from them, right? So you get 2 jackets in one. But I assure you, if you study at CNC, I'm gonna have new batches printed out, and you're gonna have this one. So you have a jacket from me and a jacket from Sir Apple, so check it out. So anyway, quick summary, whatever your reason of studying in Canada, right, we have a case to fight for, so I do hope you would consider studying at CNC, right? Studying at CNC is worth every penny, definitely emphasized enough low cost and high return.
Welcome.
Welcome. 환영합니다.
요코소
Mabuhay!
欢迎大家
Moroy. आपका स्वागत है.
Thank you very much, and I'm welcome to answer any questions right now.
Thanks, Sir Yellow.
You're welcome, sir.
Medyo grounded yata yung audio mo.
Grounded. Big losses,
Yep.
huh?
Anyway, so I'm going to share my screen now for the Q&A. Just a minute. All right. All right. So I think we are now ready to answer yung mga questions. Are you now, sir, ready for the questions?
Yeah, lipat lang ako ng mobile, sir, kung grounded pa yung audio ko, ha? Grounded pa ba?
Mukhang okay na naman.
Sige. Lipat na rin ako just to be sure. Sige, pero go ahead.
All right. All right. So let's answer those questions. I'll be moderating the questions. Medyo busy daw si Tin. So, excuse, I'll be moderating the question for you. All right, so we have the first question. Can we enroll for trades even if our school background is maybe with IT field? How do you answer that, Sir Jello?
For me, it's possible, but of course, with the help of user Apple in your team, kasi it will depend on how it will be constructed. But kasi ang requirement lang naman natin ng trades, as long as grade 12 graduate ka, walang problema dun. Some grades that are checked out, walang not more than 6 subjects ang bagsak. It's possible that they can enroll. It's how the application will be constructed na lang po.
Yeah, thank you. That is actually true. Walang rule na kapag ganito yung background mo, dapat ganitong sort of programs lang yung pwede mong kunin. Practically speaking, kahit anong program pwede mong kunin. The key point is you'll be able to convince the visa officer that this is a logical choice. That career-wise, this is a logical progression. Magbe-benefit ka dito. Otherwise, kung hindi convincing yung narrative mo, pwedeng ma-refuse yung application. So sure, pwede kang makakuha ng LOA, but another issue there is mabibigyan ka ba ng visa? Kung mabibigyan ka ng visa, depende yan doon sa magiging explanation mo as to why you want to take that program. All right? Thank you. Another question. May bachelor degree na sa PH. Which program will be recommended here? Is master same with postgraduate course there? Sir Jello?
Postgraduate is not the same as masters. Pero ang thinking nyo na lang dito is the level of academic achievement. Canada level versus Philippine level, magkaiba po yun. So I think that's how you will look at it. And again, dyan po papasok kasi yung importance ng assessment. Masasabi ni na Sir Apple, what works best for you on your experience? So, yun, tignan natin kasi you need to focus on your main goal. Your main goal is to get to Canada. Yun lang po muna. Then, what is the next step? Doon sasabihin what is the best course para ma-approve ka, para makarating doon po.
Yep, that is true. Level-wise, kung may bachelor degree ka na dito, highly recommend that you take a graduate studies rather than babalik ka sa diploma level. Hindi siya bawal. Case in point, my wife actually completed a bachelor degree here. Nag-aral siya sa Canada, hindi naman graduate study yung kinuha niya, diploma. It's just that ComSci graduate siya dito, kumuha siya ng diploma in business. So okay lang na downgrade from bachelor to diploma kasi it's a different discipline. Pero for example, Bachelor of Business Administration ka na dito, tapos kukuha ka ng diploma sa Business Administration, sa unang tingin, downgrade ka agad siya. Right? So as much as possible, take graduate programs kung meron ka ng bachelor degree. Pero meron kaming case din na may bachelor degree na Business Administration, kumuha pa rin ng diploma in Business Administration, and yet nabigyan pa rin ng visa. Kasi nga, justify niya. Sabi niya, hindi naman parehas yan. So iba yung level ng quality education sa Canada. So surprisingly, nabigyan siya ng visa. Alright? Alright, moving on to the next question. Sir Angelo, ano yung position mo sa CNC? And may follow-up question. Can the course in ECE and learning certificate help me get a teaching certificate career?
Okay. What's my position? Ako po ang may-ari ng CNC. Joke
lang.
lang.
Ako share owner Tyron.
Hindi, joke lang. Ang specific title ko is, actually no specific title kasi I'm hired as a contractor for the Philippines. Basically, I work with them directly. I'm an international recruitment manager or country manager per se. So lahat ng application ng Filipino po, if you're applying at CNC, dadaan po sa akin talaga. Bago ko i-endorse sa team ko sa Canada. Kahit mag-apply kayo doon, ibabalik nila sa akin yan. So the second question is kung magkakaroon ng teaching certificate. I think, Sir Apple, you'd be better to answer that. But as far as I understand, when you take an early childhood, you graduate the program, I'll have to check kung in Prince George specifically para merong licensing yan. So
yeah, that is correct. Now, for teaching, it's a regulated profession, so it starts with assessment. So hindi siya automatic. Yeah, it may lead you to a teaching certificate, pero again, that will be subject dun sa assessment. So magpapa-assess ka based dun sa credentials mo, pwedeng sabihin na eligible ka na mag-take ng exam, then you schedule examination. Pwedeng ang assessment result ay meron ka pang mga let's say mga missing competencies, no? Then kailangan pang kumuha ng mga certain courses before you will be able to schedule for your examination. Kasi teaching is highly regulated sa Canada. But yeah, that's a good program. Kaya lang certificate is only 1 year, right? Yep.
Ang early childhood naman natin, sir, is 2 years. So.
Yeah, but 2 years CNC. All right.
Yeah.
All right. What are the industries po in Prince George? This is for you, Sir Jello.
Yeah, good question. The top 3 industries, I think I mentioned it in my slides though. Top 3 would be forestry, so troso, gubat, then healthcare and tourism. But if you're thinking what kinds of job are available, all kinds of job is kaya naman. Yun lang yung industries na pagsisilbihan niyo po. So we have work for IT, engineer, HR, nurses, everything meron na tayo. Kompleto po.
Okay, thank you. Next question. I'm 44 years old, and will it also be difficult to find a job after graduation, just like in securing PR? All right, so hindi issue yung edad pagdating doon sa job hunting. Dito lang naman po sa atin sa Pilipinas na pag tumapa ka na ng 40 years old, halos hindi ka na i-hire. No? So hindi po siya problem actually yung opportunity. So walang age discrimination dun sa Canada pagdating dun sa trabaho. Ang pinakamagandang illustration yan is, for example, pumunta ka sa department store dito sa Manila, no? Sa SM for example. Kailangan dyan yung mga staff, mga batang-bata, right? Yung mga merchandiser dyan, mga bata pa. Yeah. Pero sa Canada, makikita mo na nag-ayos ng mga shelves, may mga edad na. Right? So hindi problem po yung edad. But yeah, sa PR application, it will be a bit difficult, but not impossible. Possible pa rin po yan. Alright? Good question. So here's another question. I've been 15 years already as an HR professional. I'm a degree holder and also completed another 2-year diploma certificate. Hindi kayo napapagod mag-aral. What is the best option for me that is only 1-year course level, if any? Any recommendations?
Yeah. We really have to see yung resume mo kung paano, no? Kasi if I'll be looking at it directly, the simplest answer is maybe you can take a post-diploma in HR. However, baka mag-redundant siya depende sa course structure mo. So assessment is really the best factor. Now, you want only a 1-year program, it's fine. But again, you have to consider what is your main goal, what's your status right now. Pag nag 1 year ka po, ang PGWP mo is also 1 year. If migration ang magiging goal mo, baka konti ang opportunities mo. Again, dyan papasok ang best suggestion ni na Sir Apple. Yeah. Maraming possible courses for you sa CNC that I am sure of. Even complementary courses like finance or business that can work out. Yeah, pero pa-check po tayo kasi baka mag-redundant tayo for post-diploma in human resource. So, yeah. Pero we have options for you, that's for sure.
Yeah. In addition to that, the general approach there is take any graduate programs of different discipline to complement doon sa existing experience and trainings you have.
Exactly.
And as much as possible, take a 2-year program. All right?
Yes.
Sir Jello, pwede naman sa dalawang 1 year, no?
Pwede naman po ibabundle, pero ang unang enrollment mo is yung first course. Then you just need to make sure to enroll before the second semester starts for the second program.
Alright, so
PGWP 3 years pa rin.
So in that case, mag-a-apply lang ng 1 year na
1 year lang muna.
And then apply for extension. So eventually, you'll still get 2 to 3 years na post-graduation work permit.
Yes. Apo.
All right. Thank you. I think this is for me. Sir Apple, needed po ba ng NBI sa study permit kahit nasa abroad? Po ako nagwo-work since 2007. The answer is yes. Opo. May paraan naman po para makakuha ng NBI clearance kahit nasa abroad po kayo. We will guide you how to do it. Right? Do you have a sample tuition fee estimate for IT from College of New Caledonia?
Hello. Ayan. Sir, dito pa ako. Ayan. Kala ko nagtama ko. Yeah, ang IT natin, mind you pala, no, ang IT program po natin, lahat ng tech natin, you can only take it if you have graduated within the last 5 years. So medyo strict tayo roon. I guess the industry in Prince George prefer those are a bit younger. Ang tuition natin dyan would be 24,164, 24,164, that's for 2 years already. So it's around only 12,000 per year.
Ang mura
That's
talaga
post-
sa CNC, no?
Yes, and post-diploma niya ng IT. Ang intake niyan is every September lang po. So yeah.
Sa ibang school, for your information, sa mga guests, mga viewers, pag IT program on the average, that's around 17,000 for 1 year.
Ako 12 lang.
Yeah. Alright, sige. Moving on. Is proof of funds can be coming from borrowed or someone or relative. Okay, so ang question dito is yung funds ba pwedeng utang? Alright. So sa documentation ng financial capacity, allowed naman yung educational loan, no? Ngayon, kung utang siya dun sa kamag-anak, possibly, pero again, ang magiging problem diyan is subject yan dun sa assessment ng visa officer. Available ba talaga yan? And then another question is, logical ba na umutang ka ng ganitong kalaki para lang makapag-aral? Paano mo siya mababalik? No? So as long as you will be able to address those questions, then hindi siya problema po. Ang mahalaga kasi dyan is una, makonvince mo yung visa officer that you have the funds, and that second, studying in Canada at this point is logical. Alright? So if you will be able to answer that, regardless kung paano ka nagkaroon ng funds, walang problema pa. Alright. Do you have a sample tuition? This is done already.
Yeah.
Okay. Can we borrow funds under our name? It's already answered. Alright. Under school is 17K. Yeah, kinonfirm yung sa IT program 17K nga.
Yeah.
Alright. Graduated sa AB Pol-Sci, but my whole work experience is more on sales and customer service. Can apply for a technical course.
Yeah,
I think it's the same answer kanina, no? Practically, you can take any program. So, kailangan mo lang i-explain why take this technical course. Paano mo siya i-relate doon sa previous training and experience mo, and how will it help you career-wise pagka-graduate mo. So, those are the things that you need to answer. Kung sa palagay mo that is convincing enough, then yes, you can take that. All right. Magkano po tuition fee for early childhood care?
Early
Is for you, Sir Jello?
Yes, early childhood care is 32,253, 32,253 for 2 years na po. Yun ang course natin. Usually, mas mataas po talaga ang prices ng mga health programs. But still, if you'll be comparing it to other provinces, we're still a bit lower for sure.
All right. So, another question. If we open GIC, is the fund to be placed there different from the show money, or yun na po yun? Actually, that is part of your financial capacity, proof of financial capacity. So yun na yung tinatawag na show money. Hindi siya separate na requirement pa po. Alright? Interesting questions. So since I'm past 5 years already in IT field, I think it's related to the previous question. Is that not enough to prove in the immigration why I'm getting a new discipline po? Yeah. Yeah. Possibly. Yeah. Or again, depende kasi yan kung paano mo siya i-present, no? I'll give you an example, no? Meron akong client, medical technologist, right? Registered medtech. Ang experience niya, of course, sa laboratory. Na-approve ang student visa niya. Hulaan niyo kung anong kinuha. Tourism and Hospitality Management. So those are two poles apart. Pero na-approve yung student visa. paano namin na-justify? So tinutulungan namin yung mga clients namin. Sabi namin dun sa personal study plan niya, so many words. So, in the first place, hindi ko gustong maging medtech. Pinagbigyan ko lang ang parents ko who are both physicians. But what I really wanted to do is i-manage yung business namin. Meron silang resort. So, na-connect niya. So, medtech, tourism and hospitality management. Nabigyan siya ng visa. So, in the same manner, gusto mong kumuha ng trade, program, IT ka, or whatever yung background. Again, it's how you justify it.
True.
All right?
So sorry, I just realized that the last question, I think kasi siya yata nagtanong ng IT since ang requirement was graduate within the last 5 years. So yung sa akin, yung sa CNC po, talagang ang minimum requirement for now, this is a school requirement, not with the embassy or sa Canada itself. But yun, kung hindi ka makakapasok for IT ng CNC, I'm sure you can check other programs for Gateway. Pero kung gusto mo si CNC, magsasuggest sila ng ibang program na pwede mag-fit sa inyo based sa qualification ng school right now.
Yep.
So yun po.
Okay. Thank you, Sir Jello.
Sure.
All right, another question. My course here is AB Masscom, but my marketing. Can I still take business major in marketing? Yeah, I mean, again, it's how you justify it.
Yeah.
Kung kaya mo naman siyang i-justify, walang problema po doon.
True.
All right. Can I work while studying? Definitely. All right. So while he's studying as international student, as long as eligible yung program and in school, then pwede kang magtrabaho part-time, 20 hours per week. And then during scheduled school breaks, pwede kang magtrabaho full-time. And then pagka-graduate mo, pwede kang magtrabaho full-time for a maximum of 3 years, depende doon sa program. All right, interesting questions. Keep them coming. Hindi pa pagod si Sir Jello.
Dami
All right,
oras.
so medyo naubos na sa Q&A box. I'll check yung questions doon sa...
Live pala tayo sa Facebook, no?
Oh, may mga pumasok na ulit na questions. Sir Apple, if gagawa po ng SOP, required po ba na minimum of 4 pages talaga? Just asking po kasi sabi po ng office mate ko po. Alright, this is an interesting question. May piniprepare kaming material dito. Walang rule kung ilang page yung ang personal study plan. Walang rule kung ano yung format or whatever. No? Ang goal ng personal study plan ay ma-convince mo yung visa officer, one, that you are a genuine student, right? And that you have the financial capacity, and that you have the motivations to go back after your program. If you can execute itong letter mo of explanation na maximum ng 2 or 3 pages, that will be best. Kasi kung ikaw yung visa officer at yun yung gusto mong malaman, mas preferred mo bang magbasa ng 10 pages or 2 pages lang? Kung medyo 10 pages yung, or exaggerate, sabi natin 5 pages yung letter mo, baka ma-lost yung visa officer dun sa gusto mong i-convey. If you can shorten your letter in such a way na ma-deliver mo yung points na direct and malinaw, then it's better na i-limit mo siya up to 2 pages. It's not a rule, it is based on our experience. And we've been doing this since 1989. We've been processing visa to Canada since 1989. So maraming iba't ibang school of thoughts dyan. But what we are telling you is based on our years of experience. All right? So there. Thank you for the question. Okay, another question. I want to study in a master's program since I graduated Bachelor Elementary Education year 2003. And I've been teaching for 14 years, but I'm not good at doing research and thesis. So would it be safer to take another diploma program like early childhood education? Okay, first, wala pong master's program sa CNC.
Yeah.
But I let Sir Jello answer yung second part. Pwede ba siyang mag-early childhood education? Elementary education yung natapos niya and nagtuturo siya for 14 years.
Yes, sir. Pwede naman po. For most of the education applicants that we have, yun talaga yung kinukuha nilang path. They prefer kasi they still take care of kids, they take care of They educate them in a sense, medyo different lang. But yeah, they can definitely take that pathway. Walang problema po.
Right. May digital marketing program ba ang CNC?
Sadly, wala. The closest we have for marketing is business diploma with specialization in marketing. And ang course structure ng marketing natin, it's more of theoretical and research-based. So it's understanding consumer behaviors. So I'm sure you can apply that when you do digital, but hindi lang siya in-depth talaga like SEO, SMM, whatever. So wala po.
Okay, Sir Jello, may question from Facebook. Isingit ko lang.
Sige po.
CNC machine operator ako. Gusto ko makapag-work sana dyan. Okay, sorry. Work pala yung hanap ni Sir. Unfortunately, hindi po kami recruitment agency, so hindi namin kayo matutulungang maghanap ng employer. Pero visit niyo po ang gatewaytocanada.com. Click niyo po yung work. And then meron doong guide kung paano kayo makapaghanap ng employer sa Canada. We will not provide assistance po. We are not registered sa PUA. If we do that, that's illegal recruitment. Right? Okay. Kung 1-year program lang po, then with a common law partner, may chance po din ba maging PR? Yes, may chance, pero medyo risky. Depende dun sa circumstances niyo po. Really. Alright? I wouldn't recommend yung 1-year program for sure. Kasi medyo delikado po yan. May mga nagiging PR kahit 1 year lang yung program, pero kadalasan stressed yung mga yun, no? Kasi lagi kang nangangamba, no? Malapit nang mag-expire yung permit ko, wala pa akong PR. Yeah. So if you want to go through that hassle, then nasa sa inyo po yan. We recommend na 2-year yung po din. Digital marketing, nasagot na to, no? Alright. Estimate po, please, ng tuition if business administration in marketing.
Business ad marketing, 26,790. 26,790. For 2 years na po yan. 2 years.
Okay. Question. Do you support open work permit application, student and common law application? Yes, we do. We provide. I mean, ito yung huge difference. No? Ito ay nagiging concern dahil kapag halimbawa may certain kasi na mga education agents or lang institutions na ipaprocess lang yung student visa pero hindi kasama yung spouse. Ang suggestion po namin diyan ay sabay-sabay na kayong mag-apply. Whether kasal kayo or common law partners, it would be best na sabay po kayong mag-apply. According to the visa officer na nakausap po namin, ito yung rationale kung bakit they suggest na mag-apply kayo sabay-sabay. Once na nag-apply ng student visa with dependents, ang focus ng visa officer ay sa qualification ng student. Kaya almost always, kapag approve yung student, approve na rin yung kanyang mga dependents. Very seldom na nare-refuse yung mga dependents. Mga extreme cases lang. For example, yung spouse, merong mga fraud committed in the past, mga misrepresentation, syempre marirefuse yung application. But almost always, kapag approve yung student, approve na rin yung sa dependents. Now, kung nag-apply muna yung student na approve and then mag-a-apply ngayon yung spouse tsaka dependents, dadaan siya ngayon sa mas mahigpit na scrutiny. Kasi ang focus na ngayon ng evaluation is yung qualification ng open work permit. Kadalasan kapag nag-apply ka, nasusunod ka sa student, nare-refuse. May mga na-approve din pero malaki yung chance na ma-refuse yung application. Depende doon sa profile ng spouse, of course. Alright? That's a good question. Next, does taking the ECE program be considered a downgrade on my end? Okay, depende. Ito yata yung may bachelor degree sa education. Not necessarily kasi it's a different discipline.
Yeah,
you may argue, ang pwedeng maging narrative mo dyan, well, gusto mong mag-add ng skills, right? So, or mag-shift ng focus. Nagtuturo ka ngayon sa elementary, pero you think it's more fulfilling kung mag-aaral ka ng mga mas bata, magtuturo ng mas mga bata, then that's your argument. So, hindi siya problem. Meron akong CPA, kumuha ng early childhood education. Ang naging justification niya, during college, mahilig siyang mag-volunteer. Tapos nung nag-aaral na siya sa Sunday class, nagbo-volunteer siya. Nagtuturo siya sa mga bata. So yun yung gusto niyang i-pursue na career. Ayaw niya sa finances. So na-approve naman yung student visa niya. Again, the key is how you justify it.
True.
Follow up, what are the requirements for common law? Okay, this is a good question. Ang common law relationship is based on the premise that you've been living in together for at least 1 year and continuing, and there exists emotional and financial interdependence. Now, big words, no? Pero it's just a matter of documentation. So kailangan mapatunayan nyo na nagsasama kayo bilang mag-asawa. Alright? At hindi lang kayo makapagpakasal for some reason, and then talagang nag-exist yung relationship. So how do you do that? We will guide you. Pero pwede rin kayong bumisita sa official website ng Canada, www.canada.ca. Nandoon yung generic information. But if you want us to guide you, pwede namin kayong ma-assist. Medyo isa yan sa mga specialization namin. Marami na kaming, in fact, yung common law partners, pwede rito yung same-sex partners. Marami na kaming na-process na ganyan pa. Alright? Minimum wage kapag working student. Okay, hindi ito nakadepende kung student ka or what. Ang minimum wage is being determined by the provincial government. So whether you are temporary resident, permanent resident, or citizen, ang minimum wage is the same. Alright? I've been hearing cases of na-approve po ang student visa pero denied yung spouse. Nag-reapply po ulit. Ano po normal reason sa ganito? Sa experience po namin, dalawa lang yung na-encounter namin na na-refused yung spouse. Una, may misrepresentation. It turned out yung wife niya, 2 beses na-refuse for US visa application, hindi niya dineclare. So for that reason, na-refuse dahil sa misrepresentation. Nalaman ng Canadian Visa Office na may application pala sa US na hindi dineclared. So on that basis, na-refuse. Meron din namang mga cases na na-refuse dahil 3 months before mag-file ng application, ikinasal. Alright? So hindi na-convince doon sa relationship. Pero pwede naman siyang i-refile kung gano'n yung situation. No? Ipakikita mo lang na talagang genuine yung relationship, etc. So yun lang yung sa mga na-encounter po namin. Mas madalas yung refusal ng open work permit kung hiwalay na nag-a-apply doon sa student. Kaya mas maganda sabay. Alright? Sir Apple, if kasama po si spouse then nakahanap siya work, is it possible na siyang mag-apply for PR kahit hindi pa ako tapos 2-year study? Definitely pwede po. Kadalasan ganyan yung nangyayari. In fact, yung pinakita kanina na Sir Jello, yung car guy, Filipino car guy, permanent resident na po sila. Just recently, right? Nice. Ang nag-aaral sa kanila yung wife. Yung wife ni Sir Art, yung nag-aaral, tapos si Sir Art ay nagtrabaho, and then nag-apply sa Express Entry, permanent resident na sila. So that is doable. What Philippine documents po, like joint account, so we can start early? Yeah, joint account. Again, kailangan maraming documents po, no? Okay, bonus to. Right? So, financial documents, pwede kayong mag-joint account. Kung may mga insurance policies kayo, siya ba yung beneficiary mo, etc. And then, same address nyo ba? Okay? Yung mga billing addresses nyo, yung addresses sa mga card bills, phone bills, isa ba yung addresses ninyo? And then, kailangan nyo rin kumuha ng mga attestation letters mula sa mga kamag-anak, kaibigan na magpapatotoo na magkasama kayo. Then, it's not a simple documentation, kaya we provide application kit para dito. No? I-guide namin kayo kung paano siya ito document. Yung documentation kasi differs, its case is different. Right? May mga generic requirements, pero we provide specific requirements based doon sa magiging kwento po nito. Alright? Alright. Nautos na natin. What if my spouse is a non-diploma holder? Will it affect their application? Kung walang diploma yung spouse, ang recommendation namin dyan, yung spouse yung mag-aral actually. Kasi ito yung scenario. Halimbawa, hindi nakatapos ng college yung spouse, yung wife for example. Nakakuha lang ng 1 year sa college, walang diploma, tapos nagtrabaho ka agad. And then yung husband naman ay bachelor degree holder, may work experience. Sa ganung scenario, ang recommendation namin dyan, ang mag-aaral yung wife. The reason being, kapag nag-aaral yung wife, may open work permit yung husband. Si husband pwede nang mag-apply ng PR. Pero kung si husband ang mag-aaral, may bachelor degree na, tapos si wife walang diploma, walang opportunity na mag-apply ng PR. So tatagal. The problem with that approach, however, is that mas madaling ipa-approve yung student visa kung may bachelor, may diploma ka na as opposed to sa 1 year sa college. And another question is, tumatanggap ba ang College of New Caledonia ng mga ganong cases? Sir Jello?
Sorry sir, cases na...
Yung halimbawa, 1 year ka lang sa college, hindi ka nakatapos, gustong kumuha ng diploma program sa CNC.
Hindi sir, ang minimum requirement talaga ng CNC is grade 12 or at least 2 years college based on the old curriculum. So dapat second year college po ang natapos.
So walang bridging program na...
Sa ngayon wala po. Yun yung wino-workout namin. Actually, it's under discussion. But hopefully once we get to open more seats, that will be open. We'll see.
Okay, so pero kung may 72 units sa college, naka 2 years, walang diploma, pwede siyang makakuha sa CNC?
Ipapacheck pa po natin pagka
Subject sa evaluation.
Subject
Alright.
evaluation. Okay.
So, halimbawa, kung ang scenario is ganun, then mas better sana yung walang diploma yung mag-aral. Pero ang question is, will it affect the application? Hindi naman po. Wala naman pong effect doon. Kasi halimbawa, yung bachelor degree holder yung mag-aaral, yung wife niya ay walang diploma, that will not be taken against her. Kasi nag-a-apply lang naman siya open work permit. Ang disadvantage nga lang is that may open work permit ka nga, pero hindi naman siya magpo-prosper immediately sa PR. Ang advantage on the other hand is that nakakapagtrabaho ka na. Wala nga lang PR pathway. Alright? So the way we do it, kapag hinar nyo kami, i-analyze namin yung case nyo and then we will recommend kung ano yung best approach doon sa case po ninyo. Alright? More questions. Right, another questions. Sir Apple, is it okay to start processing now kahit yung plan ko na po school year is 2023 dahil need ko pa po establish yung financial? It will affect my application to get the services of Gateway. Medyo too early po to sign up. No?
Yeah.
Well, ang contract po namin is 2 years. Dapat within 2 years may submit yung application. Kapag hindi natin siya na-submit within 2 years, may additional na 5,000 deposit na renewal fee, 5,000 pesos. So, yun lang naman yung disadvantage. Ang advantage naman kung mag-start ka kaagad is maaga mong may prepare yung documentation. And our consultancy fee is non-refundable. So between now hanggang 2023, although first quarter yan, marami pang pwedeng mangyari. So I'd say it's premature to start, but it's really up to you. Pwede, but yeah, as long as inform yung decision po ninyo, walang problema po doon. Alright. Too late na po ba yung application for January? Baka pwede pa ihabol. Okay. Ang goal po kasi namin dyan is may submit yung application nyo by September 15. Alright? So, and kung i-avail nyo yung services namin, dapat kumpleto na yung documents nyo by August 15. So, ang question dyan is makakumpleto mo ba yung documents mo by August 15? Ngayon, kung hindi mo siya makukumpleto, we will ask you to defer yung intake. So, you make your decision based on those information po. How many SEMs po sa Canada? Depende ito sa program, pero usually 2 terms per year, na?
Per year.
3. 2 to 3. Depende dun sa program. Is that correct with CNC, Sir Jello?
Sa amin 2 SEMs.
Yeah. 2 terms po. So, ibig sabihin, kung kukuha ka ng 2-year program, that is 4 terms. Pero in between, every after 2 terms, I think, pwedeng mag-term break or 3 terms ba?
Tama po, sir. Pwede mag-break.
Pwedeng mag-term break. And during term break, pwede kang magtrabaho full-time.
Yes.
Daming questions, nakakatuwa.
That's nice. That's nice.
Kailangan po ba ng IELTS kapag si spouse for working permit or makapagtrabaho? If for purposes ng open work permit application as dependent ng student, hindi po. Hindi rin hahanapan po ng IELTS para makapagtrabaho. Kailangan lang marunong mag yes or no. Right? Of course, I'm just kidding. Hindi required po yung IELTS. If we are to choose September 22 intake, when is the latest we can start processing? Okay, this is a good question. Ang main concern mo dyan is yung intake slots availability sa September 2022. Usually, ang admission application starts 10 months before intake schedule. Tama ba, Sir Jello?
Yes.
Now, the best, you can apply as late as 4 months before yung kaya lang baka wala nang slots. So the correct question is, when is the earliest time na dapat kang mag-apply? That's a better question, sir. So as long as the slots is available, pwede kang mag-apply. Pero ang hindi natin control yan, sa totoo lang po, ang bilis mapuno ng slots, no? So kapag nag-open yung admission application, dapat nakapila na yung application po niya. Alright? Okay lang po yung maraming questions.
That's good actually.
Mas gusto namin yung maraming questions as opposed doon sa nag-start na, bakit ganito pala? Right? So, mas maganda po. And we encourage po na mag-ask kayo ng questions para makabuo po kayo ng informed decision. When po mag-o-open ng September 22 intake, Sir Jello?
Sa CNC, since online ang processing natin, the online portal will open February. But yun nga, guys, sabi Sir Apple, mabilis maubos ang slot. So what I do right now, since we're still finalizing a few processes, is I can accept applicants as early as now, pinipila ko sila. But you can accept your letter of offer once the online portal opens. So parang pila lang muna siya.
All right. May questions sa Facebook. Meron po kaya opportunity for vocational undergrad healthcare worker? Again, if you are looking for work, unfortunately, hindi po namin kayo matutulungan sa part na yon. We are not a recruitment agency, but the best way really to enter Canada and become a permanent resident is via a student visa pathway.
That's true.
Pwede naman kayo maghanap ng trabaho, pero here's how it works. Ang isang Canadian employer, regulated kasi yung pag-hire ng foreign workers. So, ang Canadian employer, bago siya payagan mag-hire outside Canada, kailangan ipa-approve niya yung job offer. And may process yun. Kailangan ma-establish niya, number one, meron talaga siyang vacancy. Pangalawa, meron siyang financial capacity to add more workers. Pangatlo, nag-attempt siya na mag-hire within Canada, nag-place ng advertisements, nag-interview at wala siyang na-hire. Only then napapayagan siyang mag-hire outside Canada. At may bayad yon, mga $1,000 if I'm not mistaken. Hindi kasama yung advertising expenses, etc. So if you can find an employer willing to go through that, then lucky for you. Merong mga ganyan, pero doon sa mga malalayong provinces, no, halimbawa sa Atlantic, no, marami doon. Yung mga nasa factories or sa manufacturing or sa mga seafoods, no, yung mga planta, then possible naman po 'yon. But yun yung concept. Kaya medyo mahirap pero doable naman po. Right? All right. You mean give us enough time to settle the enrollment fees, right?
Yep.
So you mean po na early as now, including the tuition fee na po, right? Tama ba, Sir Jello?
No po, yung tuition fee hindi pa. Definitely the tuition fee will be around Feb or March pa. So yeah.
Pwede naman pong one sem lang muna yung bayaran.
Yeah.
All right. The pro question, after this good webinar, what will be the first thing we need to do to proceed? Because of your good question, right?
Yeah,
the next
this
step
is a great crowd.
This is the next step. If you want to proceed, no? You will decide whether to do this on your own. If that is the path that you want to take, visit canada.ca. All the information is there. But if you want us to assist you para mabigyan namin kayo ng gateway hoodie, right? Sign up lang po kayo dito, Sir Dominic, dito sa sign up form. Once you've signed up there, matatanggap niyo po via email yung recap of what we've discussed, detailed breakdown ng mga expenses mula sa consultancy fee, visa fee, biometrics, medical, etc. No? Even yung estimate sa airfare, nandiyan po. And then yung instructions on how to send your payment. So everything is in there. We want you to read everything bago kayo mag-decide. Kasi ang gusto namin, gumawa kayo ng isang informed decision. Hindi yung kasubuan lang. No? So, hindi lahat ng gustong mag-sign up ay tinatanggap po namin. Alright? So, we make an evaluation. We make sure that you understand the process. If everything is good, then you can proceed po dun sa application. Alright? Payment of the consultancy fee can be done online. You can use your credit card, pay online or bank transfer sa Banco de Oro or BPI account namin. It's really up to you. You don't need to visit the office, especially naka-ECQ po kami ngayon. So we are working from home hanggang August 20, right? And there. So you need to make a decision whether you want to do it yourself or hire our services. All right? It's all about options. Magkano fees for student with PR, anonymous attendee? Yung fees, again, you need to sign up dito sa link. Wala naman pong bayad pag nag-sign up po kayo. You just need to fill in the information, enter your email address, pipili ka kung student with PR, single, married, and then check your email inbox, spam, or promotions folder. Matatanggap niyo po yun. Pero bago niyo yung matanggap, you need to validate your email address muna. Kasi we only deal with serious-minded applicants. Right? If you are really serious about this, ano po ba yung mahirap na fill out ng form? So that's one way of our filter to separate sino yung mga serious talaga and who are just exploring or whatever. So if you're serious about this, sign up the form. Wala pong bayad pag nag-sign up. Ang gusto po kasi namin is buo yung information na matanggap ninyo. Halimbawa, tanong niyo po magkano yung student with PR, sasagutin ko siya na ganito yung amount. Tapos, biglang magkakaroon ng issue, hindi mo sinabi kung magkano yung visa fee, blah, blah, blah. So, kaya we make it sure na matanggap niyo po yan via email. So, bago kayo mag-decide, inform yung decision po ninyo. So, once you sign up, matatanggap niyo po via email yung detailed breakdown ng expenses mula sa tuition, living expenses, visa fee, biometrics, BFS, etc. Alright? Sign up. Wala pong bayad yung sa pag-sign up. Ang gusto lang namin ay inform yung decision po ninyo. I hope that's okay po, sir. Alright? More questions? Mukhang naubos na natin, Sir Jello.
I like the crowd. That's nice.
Yeah. I think it's a good crowd. Interesting questions. Ang kailangan nyo na lang ay mag-decide after this.
Yes.
Mukhang pagod na silang magtanong.
Magpa-set na ng meeting kaagad sa inyo, sir. Go na.
Right. And I think any last remarks, Sir Jello, to close the program kasi mukhang wala na namang questions.
Yeah, thank you lang again, Sir Apple, no? And to those attendees who have listened and watched us, sa mga nagtanong, maraming salamat. Those are very good questions. You are on the right track on your journey to Canada. Again, next step, just sign up, inquire more specifically to your case, then take it from there. Basta ang sa akin lang, find the right sources of information. All informations are free outside social media, whatever. But gaya ni Sir Apple, nasa website lang naman ng Canada yan. But if you can't do it on your own, nahihirapan kayo, get the right partner. The right partners are gateway to Canada, and it's not those what you see on social media. Okay? So ingat po sa nakikita information online. Yun lang po. Good luck.
Thank you, Sir Jello. All right. So again, if you are interested to find out magkano yung consultancy fee, ano yung magagastos, etc., all you need to do is sign up dito sa link. And then if you want to have a one-on-one consultation with us, book lang po kayo ng appointment. pwede namin kayong tawagan, pwede tayong mag-Zoom meeting. It's really up to you. Ang mahalaga lang ay mag-book po kayo ng appointment. I like the crowd really. Those questions show na there is the interest. No? I mean, the fact that you took up some of your time ngayong Saturday to listen to us, that means na kayo ay nangangarap na magkaroon ng quality life. No? Kaya lang, dreaming for a quality life is one thing. Doing something to make it happen is another. You made the first step of listening to this webinar. The next step is to decide whether you do this on your own or you hire our services. Doesn't really matter. Ang mahalaga, mag-decide ka kasi kung ang gagawin mo na lang is every Saturday attend ka ng webinar, wala kang gagawin, mauwi ka niya sa analysis paralysis. No? Like I've said, we've been doing this for over 30 years already. We've already sent thousands of clients. It is our hope na kayo po yung susunod. That being said, maraming salamat po. Ingat po tayong lahat.
Happy
Bye!
weekend, everyone. Bye-bye.
Thanks,
you,
Sir
Sir
Jello.
Bye-bye.